Say something funny, Fasty.
I'm banned from the intros, aren't I?
First on the team,
It's great to have you with us.
from Memphis, Tennessee.
Get your VCRs ready. Get your VCRs ready.
Make it squeal like a pig, Johnny, squeal like a pig.
Big John Daly.
G'day, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Preferred Lives podcast, the home of good golf and better chat. My name is Nick. I'm your host, and joining me tonight, we're a man down. We had a late case of rhinovirus sweep through the Simwu household, so we're wishing Simwu all the best. But on the panel tonight, I've got the King man, Adam King. How are you, bros?
Great, bro. How you going?
Going pretty good. Going pretty strong, actually. I feel strong. I feel.
The chat in the green room wasn't very strong. I think we're still a little wounded after our escapades on the weekend, but we might get to that a bit later on.
Yeah, there's some good escapade chat, so stay tuned for that. And also on the panel, he's back again, Mr. Adam Fastnich. How you going, bros?
Yeah, real good, mate.
Yeah, you strong as well? You feeling good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, you're looking well. You're looking
Thanks, mate.
like you could play for the Irish and British Lions out there. You're looking strong.
That dream's over.
It's gone. Boys, it's good to have you along this week. Did we get much golf in? I know you were having a quick chat before. King man, you went out today.
I did get out today. Had a little slap around today. Been working on a few things. Had a putting lesson with Mitchell Dunbar of MD Golf Performance last Thursday and changed my grip around. You and I got out for a run with it on Saturday. We can talk about that in a moment, but I had another run with it today. It was looking pretty good until I shat the bed and switched things back, and then 3-putted 7 out of nowhere, 3-putted 9 after nearly driving the green, and then
So you switched back?
I switched back just for one putt because it was a long putt and I wasn't feeling too confident with my other one. Went back to the claw, hit a 12-foot past and missed the comeback, and once I switched back again, and then I was in my own head after that. Birdied 10, just missed birdie putt on 11, scrambled pretty well, had a couple of nice little 1-putts, 2-putts, and then had a 100-metre shot into the 16th after a couple of bogeys and yanked it and double bogeyed the motherfucker. And then that was the end of me. So, yeah, I ended up 4 over or something today, 5 over. But I probably should have turned 1 under, but I turned 1 over after, a couple of 3-putts. But, hey, that's golf.
That's golf.
Working
That's
on a
why
few
we
things.
train.
That's
why
right.
we train. Now, Fasty, I heard a little rumour that you had 33 points the other day with a couple of doubles. That's pretty fucking crisp.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad round. Yeah, weekend before last, slipped out with Big Cam and yeah.
And you fixed Cam's swing as well, you were saying in the green room
did.
before. You Dr. Fasty, just ring Fasty if your grip's too strong, he'll loosen it up for you.
Yeah, he couldn't work out why he kept hitting it so far left. I said, your grip's a bit strong, buddy.
Just choking the turkey.
And he said it's changed his life. So he was throwing a few darts in there pretty straight. So
Yeah, right.
that was on the first hole, so he had time to adjust, and
Yeah, sweet.
worked
So
out well.
so you didn't get to halfway and then he's asking for help going, well, what do I do? It was early and you sorted him out.
yeah.
Can you come play golf with me soon? Because
I was going to say Adam Fastned.
Fastned.
Adam Fastned golf performance. Look out.
I like that a lot, yeah.
Half price, half of what Mitty D charges. Fuck. I'm over the barrier already.
Yeah, we're on,
Had a
fellas.
sip of beer. We're on Coopers. Here we go.
Limited edition big cans.
There's a big boy.
It is,
440 mil.
shout out Coopers. I'm a big fan of big cans. Big fan of big cans.
And beer as well.
And beer as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a big fan of the wind we had to put up with on Saturday, though, Roz. That was my last round, was the Saturday.
Yeah,
and it was fucking blowy.
She was a little bit blowy, yeah.
They ended up calling it off.
They did. We got
the
in.
afternoon. Yeah,
thankfully.
we were in, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fucking awful.
Yeah, I think it got up over 55, 60 kilometre per hour, plus some gusts as well. A couple of trees came down. Mitty D was saying he was out on the 12th there, and there was a bit of timber falling off growing trees
That's
onto
not
walking
good.
paths, which
You
is
do not want a tree to fall upon you.
mucho, not good. But I think I ended up with 34 points that day. I actually played pretty well.
Actually did good, yeah. I was amazed at how far the wind took some of my shots. You know, they look good for 75% of them. So you'd sit there, I hit a drive on 10, aimed at the left side of the fairway, slight into off a little bit. So I thought I'll aim at the left side, it'll peel over just in front of the sand, it'll be sweet as. How good is this going to be? pumped it, and just watched it sail down there. I'm like, this is exactly how I picture this going. And then
Oh,
last
no.
10 meters, fuck off. We're turning right and we're going into the fucking Boonti.
It was almost coming backwards.
It was
by the time it
proper-
landed.
Oh, it was nasty, but it looked great off the tee. Which look, that's all I'm worried about right now. So, let us know how you went this week. We're pretty keen to hear from you. I got a little DM asking, "Do you really want to know how I went?" from a source who wanted to remain anonymous, and yeah, we do. It's good chat up the front. So yeah, if you want to chat about how you went on the weekend, drop us a line or send us a DM. We'd love to hear from you.
You know who was really chatty about the round that he had on Saturday? Callum Gordon.
Oh,
39
big
points.
Shout out.
I think he won the competition. Swinging from the left side. He said every drive that he had, the wind was counteracting his massive slice, so he was on fairways for the first time since he ever started playing golf. So ended up with 39 points, and I think he left a few out there too, from what I heard.
The champion golfer of the day.
Yeah, so big shout out to Cal Gordon.
Cal Gordon, he was.
He couldn't shut up
loving
about
himself.
how good he was either. Yeah,
He's a man of few words.
he doesn't say a great deal.
And I got at least 4 or 5 out of him, which is the equivalent of a conversation with a mouth from the south. I think it's
Yeah, put it in perspective. Yeah.
absolutely amazing effort from Cal. And yeah, big shout out to all the race goers who went to the Toowoomba race day on the Saturday after the golf. So there's a few boys who played around in the morning with us, a few groups behind us, and then we ended up catching up in the afternoon for a few beers and a few punts. So
Yeah, we did. We might dive into the intricacies in the back nine, but it was a good.
stay tuned because there's some good yarns to come out.
But
of
it was really well organised. I think we had 60 or 70 people there. We had quite a few bets going on. There was a little bit of side betting. There was some sweeps going on. Mitty D got the W in the sweeps. There's definitely a good yarn for us to talk about in the back nine about his punting prowess there.
Plenty of good stuff.
But yeah, no, it was a good day. Good day out. Despite the shitty wind and cold ass weather, everyone tarted up quite pretty. Yep, you look good in your pink blazer, mate.
There was a few good sorts out there.
We're a few good sorts out there. Couple of good fillies as well, which was good.
Yeah, love the Phillies. Well, let's get into the front nine side of things, and then we'll spend a bit of time with the back nine telling some stories. And the front nine, as always for the last 2 weeks, is brought to you by our friends at Build Right. So give Jack a ring because he is an absolute weapon. We must stress he's a better builder than he is a golfer. They specialise in crafting high-quality new builds, renos, extensions, and he tailors everything to your needs. He actually listens to you. As a proud family-owned business, they prioritise genuine and transparent service, ensuring every client feels heard and valued. Give Jack a ring, 0403 760 176. We'll put a link to the website in the show notes and also Jack's number in there as well. Give him a call for anything you need. If you're not sure whether he can do it or not, just give him a call and ask him because he loves a chat on the phone.
You know what he can do? Pull windows.
Pull windows. He does a very good job of thanks Sim Woo. Glass panel pool fencing. He kills it with that sort of shit. His apprentices could be a bit rough on the gear, but he swings about. He runs a pretty tight ship. So shout out to Dylan Dice, the boys. But no, he will sort you out.
Should throw a little shout out to Dice as well. We were on a little snap war over the weekend. He had a wedding on at the same time that we were at the races, and he got a little bit sideways there. He got all tricked up as well. He looked pretty on
Wearing
these.
the pink gingham. He was very flash.
Yeah. So a big shout out to he'll froth a shout out. It's been a while since Dice has had a shout out.
Shout out to the Dice man who is a friend of the show and a friend to you and me. I don't know where I was going with that. I got off track. Review time. European Masters was on the weekend. Kingman, you managed to catch pretty much every shot that was hit.
Yeah, all 4 rounds, 100% of it negativio. I did jump it on. I jumped it on a couple of times. I did.
You're
go,
watching the back of your eyelids for a bit.
What was it, dude? It was a funny little time. It was late, and then when I tried to jump on in the morning, the first round had been delayed because of fog, proper thick fog. So they only got through. The second mob only got through 9 holes. So everything kind of got a bit delayed again after that. So it actually worked out pretty good here because you could see a little bit later if you didn't want to stay up too late. So in the end, I decided not to watch every single shot back, but I do have a nice little summary here. South African Tristan Lawrence. There's a H in there, which is quite interesting. So he became
Let's go with Tristan.
Tristan. Tristan?
Yeah.
Righto. So he become a 2-time winner of the Euro Masters. So this is the second time he's won it. That's what that means. He had a bit of a horror start in his final round. 3 bogeys back to back to back. But
Been
he
there before, brother.
ended up carding a 66 to win by 2 over Rasmus Højgaard. So Højgaard shot 8 under final round come pumping. Matt Wallace was just 2 behind as well. He got a bit emotional there. I'm not sure if you saw the
That was
little
fucking
presser.
like my hairs stood up on the back of my neck. That
He was pretty disappointed, and not so much that he didn't win, but that I don't think he was going to get a look in for the Ryder Cup. You know, that was all about that, but I don't really think he was on anyone's radar, was he?
I don't think so.
No. Well, bit of passion though,
I
which is
love
good.
that he's passionate about it, and he said like I'm never going to give up on it. So what I took from that is that he said himself, I want to make Ryder Cup this year.
Yeah.
And I think he tried his fucking ass off and just didn't get there. And I think all that emotion kind of just set in at the end.
Well, a T2 at the European Masters is nothing to sneeze at. There was obviously, everyone knows this, that there was a third player for tied second, and everyone's favourite Finnish golfer. Who's your favourite Finnish golfer?
Does he speak Mandarin part time?
No, he doesn't, but I'm sure Fasty will agree with me. Sami Välimäki.
Oh, yeah,
he's,
Sammy. Yeah.
he's my third.
Yeah. What was your third favourite Finnish? Okay, so
I think
yeah.
he's in Mitch Fry's stable.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, it was a pretty tight at the top there. So yeah, 3 of them tied 2 shots back, but old Tristan got it done, which was good on him.
3-0.
The sure thing with Adam King. So we did have a 72 hole match bet multi. Jeez, there's a lot of M's in there. Missed 1 leg. The blow pig missed the cut
Fuck
over
off.
Nakajima. Yeah, all he had to do, but he didn't.
I wonder if he kicked the fuck out of some lockers
No
after it's
doubt
done.
he did. Yeah, probably
Okay.
broke a couple drivers as well, I'd imagine. So we'll reset. We'll go again. Lucky I picked a couple of fillies on the weekend that boosted up the sports bet account. So
Yeah, it's all about just refreshing and renewing. Fuss, did you catch any of this one? Did you happen to flick it on or off during your
Didn't,
time?
mate. No, I was
flicked it off.
No, thanks. Next. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not a great time of the year for golf at the moment. As far as we're kind of in the gooch, right in between the end of the season and the Ryder Cup.
Well, DP World Tour is just finishing up. They're kind of in there. Oh, they're in their back 9 now, but I think there's something going on at Wentworth this weekend, BMW Championship or something. PGA BMW Championship is this weekend, I think. And then I think that'll be the last for the Ryder Cup boys before they shoot
Before
over
they rip
to,
in.
to the US of A, not WA.
What did you going to say? To Dubbo.
Dubbo. Probably
Yeah,
not
good.
Dubbo. Yeah.
No, not going down Dubbo.
Yeah, so there's a little bit going on the DP World Tour, but it's not, obviously we're not so much DP based. We're more
More sort of
PGA,
looking ahead to where we're going now. On the review side of things, we did have some captains' picks come out for the second half of the team for the Ryder Cups. Kingman, we're going to start with the United States of America. Can you just take us through who the captains' picks were? And surprising, the captain doesn't pick himself.
He did not. I think everyone was putting money on him actually picking himself. There's been a bit of chat on the podcasts over in the States saying that he's probably been pretty hard done by being made the captain in a year where he was actually playing pretty good. But obviously, I think they made him captain last year as a result of him not making it the year before as a little bit of a peace offering. And then from that, he's just kind of
played good.
found a bit of form. Yeah. I think he made the right choice in not picking himself. It was quite theatrical that the last pick was actually Sammy Burns, which is what happened last time as well. So Keegan missed out because Sammy Burns made it in. And they kind of stretched it out. So they named JT first.
Good theatre.
Yep, Big C, Colin Morikawa, Danger Zone Griffin got a start, which I think a lot of people were a little 50-50 whether he was going to get in or not. But I think based on his recent form, that was a pretty good pick as well. Cammy Young, which is an interesting pick. He's been floating around top 20s for the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, the pause.
And he's got a little bit of Ryder Cup and President's Cup experience. Yeah, so that Paddy C, of course, no hat Pat. And then, they were kind of hanging on the last pick, expecting Keegan to say himself, and then pushed it out and said Sammy Burns. So Keegan's going to sit on his hands and maybe choo-choo his way around the behind the lines and, get some people to kiss his putter and go from there.
Just be a genuine weird dude.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to No Laying Up, and they said it's kind of put him in a not a win-win so much as a like if he doesn't get the job done, he can. Well, I should have played, but I couldn't pick myself because I was picked to be the captain, and that's what I wanted to do. So he's sort of in that like, well, if I was playing, maybe I could have done like. He sort of presses his case for next year to get picked.
Yeah.
If they do lose and if they win, then he's a genius because.
Well, honestly, I think if he wins, he's going to be captain again.
You reckon double up?
He'll double up and he'll try and get an overseas one, I think.
Yep. Any glaring omissions or additions for you two?
The only other one was Matt McNeely, I think. So Keegan, obviously, we thought we put money on him picking himself. But the other one was Matt McNeely, who I think was the only other fringe player there. But I don't know who you would not take if you were going to take Mav.
Well, I didn't realise. I think I only looked back at it because of what Mitchie was saying about Colin Morikawa, like not being in the best of form. I thought that potentially could have cost him a spot. But again, like it's Ryder Cup, you live for it. Like he'll be putting in work. Anyone for you that sort of shocked you, Fasty, or anyone that that's pretty much what you're expecting as well,
it was
mate?
pretty stock standard. Maybe, Homer was probably pushing year before last, but he hasn't had a great season this season.
No, and he'd be the first to admit that as well. He's had a pretty rubbish season, but they picked him for President's Cup last year, and he came from some pretty bad form, but lifted. He was probably one of the best players
Jumped up,
on.
didn't he?
Yeah. But I don't think they could have run that risk, and definitely not at Bethpage.
No.
And to Sim Woo's shock, Patrick Reed not making the team, which was a little punt put on that, I believe. And I believe that the rhinovirus himself is growing a beard out because he needs to shave in a goatee for a week because P. Reed not making the team. So there's been unconfirmed reports that there is a beard growing on Sim Woo's face. Looking forward to seeing the photographic evidence of the goatee on day one, and then I'd like to see it again also on day 7. I'm going to need some time-stamped, maybe holding up a chronicle or something just so we can verify that it's been on for 7 days. But stay tuned because they all pop up on social media for sure. So,
Ryder Cup week, surely. He has to have it for Ryder Cup week, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's got to be, yeah.
So it gives him a couple more weeks to start growing it in. Get the mascara ready to paint the Shibasaki on there.
They're just for men. Just imagine Simu with a black goatee. He'd look like a proper My Chemical Romance spec. How good. I'm loving that.
Where are you?
It's good singing. I like that. Let's move on to the Europeans and their picks. And very same last names from last year with a notable, sorry, not last year, last Ryder Cup, I should say, with just the one switch from the last one. Fasty, did you want to take us through that?
Yeah, so again, as you said, same. Oberg, you got Matty Fitz, Tommy Ladd, Tyrrell Hatton. So good to see a couple of live lads make the cut. And Rasmus Højgaard got the call over Nikolai, his twin brother. So that was a bit of, slightly controversial in
Same
the
dog,
Højgaard
different leg.
household.
Rasmus has definitely been playing better, though.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt there.
No, I think it was always Rasmus, yeah.
So, but hopefully an easy switch. Victor Hovland, Shane Lowry, Bobby Mack, Rory, John Rahm. Roeys.
Rambo, that's right. Ram was a captain's pick, wasn't he?
It's pretty much exactly as we expected, really.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many. And world famous Sepp Striker.
Striker. Yeah, we're very excited to see him in there. Big fans of this happy boy. Any omissions? We think anyone was unlucky not to make it? I know Sergio had a bit of a blow up this week and he's pulled out of the Irish Open, I think.
Pulled out of the Irish.
Yeah.
Because he didn't make Ryder Cup. I don't think he was on a radar, was he?
I made a little note about that as well. I didn't. I wasn't sure whether you guys saw that, but I didn't think he was on the radar. I think Harry Hall was probably the only other one, and Nikolai was kind of borderline.
Borderline, I think. Yeah, like Matty Fitz hasn't had a great season.
No.
It's probably borderline. But the
He's
other
got
names,
a relatively good Ryder Cup record, though, doesn't he? I don't think he's sensational, but once again, got a bit of history there. So,
but then you could argue Sergio, has never, never lost a Ryder Cup. I don't think.
I think Matty Fitz is the Colin Morikawa of Europe. Like maybe not in the best form at the moment, but probably going to rely on him to lift a bit.
Yeah. You
at
got
Bethpage.
the other two names I've got is Dietrich and Aaron Rye. But that
Well, double gloves, no.
on account of both of their glove wearing, they probably didn't make the cut.
Do you reckon if he did make it, he'd have like one blue glove and one yellow glove, like when he's
100%.
You reckon? That'd look pretty fucking.
Taking his iron covers off. And,
I think he could be a potential train lover. I reckon, just slightly. Harry Hall was one for me. I thought if Matty Fitz didn't get picked, I thought has maybe done enough. I think he's been playing okay enough to get picked, but I think they've just gone with a solid option in Matty Fitz.
And once again, the course fit's probably something that we're not taking into consideration. We're thinking about season form and where they're at.
Exactly.
The course fit for Bethpage, you need to be long. You need big hitters, and especially for, you need probably half your team to be decent long hitters because of the team event component. Yeah, so if you're playing a 4-ball,
And you can sort of hide them
or
when
an
you pair 'em up
alt
and-
shot or
yeah.
something, one of them needs to be able to hit that ball super long. Otherwise, you're not reaching some of those greens in two. If you've got a Harry Hall who just slaps it around a little bit, paired up with someone else who only slaps it around a little bit, then you're in a bit of strife. Yeah.
It'll very much be a horses for courses. I think they're gonna, and I know Bryson's gonna get the first drive, and he's going to fucking put all the torque that's humanly possible into a golf club, and it won't matter if it's 100 meters right. He's going to fucking hit it as hard as he can.
400-yard par 4, the very first tee
Yeah,
at Bethpage.
he's going to try and drive the green, and it's going to be pressure on from that first fucking bang. So I think you're right. I don't know the Euros well enough to say who's long, who's not. But yeah, course fit at Bethpage is going to be massive. So
There's definitely some big hitters in there. Obviously, Rory can hit the ball long.
Rory's a big dog.
Rasmus he's a large boy.
Seppy's a big boy,
Straker
isn't he?
can hit it
Seppy,
as
yeah.
well.
Shane's probably just average.
Yeah,
Shane's average.
He's not
Tommy's
long, not
average.
short.
Matty Fitz
Matty
is
Fitz
average.
is-
Bobby Mack, does he get it out there from the left side?
Yeah, left-handers are always pretty strong.
Yeah, I can't remember if he's a big hitter or not. Rambo can crunch one.
Rumble.
Rambo, andale. I should have picked Sergio. What a joke. I'd be snapping my fucking clubs too, Sergio, you fucking McDonald's looking prick.
What do we like based on those picks then? Who you feeling? I think home ground advantage in New York. You're gonna have New York crowd there. That's an extra player.
Man, I'm trying to walk here.
13, 14 player. Like they're gonna be hurling fucking abuse at these
Which is
Euros.
like Sergio would have gotten verbally molested by the crowd there. Like I don't know if he's got the mental fortitude's not the right word. More so like the
He's feisty. He's a feisty boy.
like
He's a
he'll-
spicy boy.
He'll
Like
fight right back and he'll get off in his little whereas
Mm.
like Rambo can use that to his advantage. Like he'll just cop it all and then he'll bomb a drive or something. Like he's
Mm.
not that explosive. I'm going to fire back at you type of operator.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be tough for Team Euro. Like I'm going to back him because I just always have. But like home ground, the crowd's going to be absolutely fucking heaving, and they've got some big boy hitters in that team as well.
But you've got on the Euros, you've got Terrell. He's always up for a fight. Bobby Mack, you wouldn't want to mess with Bobby Mack. I don't know.
Ryder Cup Roeys, he's a cranky fella too, isn't he? Like he can.
Yep.
Yeah, he steps up. He needs to step up. Be interesting to see how he plays this weekend.
Because they've got some real chill dudes too. Like Victor Hovland's chill as fuck. Sepp's pretty chill. Oberg's pretty laid back. I can't see him getting too fired up. Whereas everyone from the States.
Matty Fitz doesn't really.
He's
pretty stays within
he doesn't
himself,
really
doesn't
chill.
he?
So it's either going to work really, really well for them, and they're going to come out and roll that sort of calm vibe, or it's going to be, or it's on. And Team US has probably got the advantage there. They've all got a bit of feist in them.
Yeah, but hyping each other up. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, your
High
JTs.
I'm going to say JT's a perfect pick, like just for having around the team.
And if Keegan can work out how to high five properly, maybe that he might be able to fire some boys up as well.
Never know.
Never know.
Look, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember seeing a lot from Luke Donald. I know I looked him up and he had some record. He went a full season without missing a putt 3 foot and under. Like, which is I'm like, that's weird. They kept that stat, but like, I can't remember him. Like, what sort of a captain are we expecting out of him? Is he?
He was a big player, I think, in the captainship in Rome. It was Rome, wasn't it, last year?
Yep.
Like he learnt Italian. He did his speech in Italian. He
that's cool.
and he fired up the crowd speaking in the native language at the opening ceremony and whatnot. So he
Fuck, that's a
embraces
good
it.
start. Yeah, I didn't know that.
And he's got a good team around him as well. I think he's got the Molinari boys, two of the Molinaris, Eduardo and Francesco. So they've got a rock solid captainship, but an away game, especially in the Ryder Cup, history shows that home ground advantage is hard to get over.
It's tough. It's
Yeah,
going to be tough, but I'm going to back.
He's a rock solid captain. Yeah, I'm going to put money on him too. I'm hoping for a close match, and I hope they rattle the US. Hopefully they steal a win. I'm not super confident, but I'd rather put money on the Euros than Keegan and his dastardly crew.
Dastardly, yeah, right. Yeah. Fasty, I've got a feeling I know who you're backing, but talk to us about it, because we sort of don't have we've only really got the President's Cup as Aussies, but you being a lad from England, isn't it? Like this is your team. Like this probably adds another aspect to it for you. What's it like being on Team Euro?
Yeah, it is good, and especially there's a few English boys in there with Terrell and Matty Fitz and Tommy Ladd, so it does get you in the feels sometimes. All the time, because
Well, they're your countrymen, and then you're on Team Europe, like you get pumped up by that. Like I get pumped up, and I'm not.
Did you play a bit of golf when you were over at home?
Zero.
So you didn't pick golf up until
moved
here?
here.
Did you watch Ryder Cups and that over there? Was it a big thing if you weren't a golfer?
Nah, not so much, but you knew it was on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It wasn't just at the back of the mind.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So a bit like Wimbledon. If Wimbledon's on, it's on, and you kind of watch it on the news, and you're like, oh yeah.
Well, like the women's beach volleyball, it's on. Might not watch it until you finish. Let us know who you think's going to take home the Ryder Cup.
We got a couple more weeks. I think we're going to dive pretty deep into the Ryder Cup as it sneaks up on
thoughts.
us. Yeah, good idea.
I'd like to get some early thoughts from you guys. Who you think's going to win? Any bets you think Kingi should, the group should put on? I think we might even roll together like a bit of a pot. I think we're all on Team Euro. We might all throw in, say, $20-$25 each, and actually make some bets. And
put a kitty in.
Maybe have a bit of a watch party one. Could US, would it be a early morning or would it be
Bethpage
night?
will be a bit rough, Well, they don't tee off till later in the afternoon, I don't think. Oh, no, there's 2 rounds, isn't there? So they play morning and afternoon.
Yeah. So we might get together for a sesh. Maybe have a cheeky pint of Guinness or some old speckled hen or something. Or
room temperature.
Some Estrella, Spanish.
Estrella.
Yeah. I like that. A bit of John Rum juice.
Sangria. A bit of vino.
Do you know what we should all do? Is we should all pick a European nation and come at bring a drink.
Yeah.
From I've got Italy, I'll be Spain, and then we'll get Ushy can come in dressed as a train and be like, I didn't get the memo. Captain Keegan. All right, let's jump into the preview side of things before we get to the back nine. And there's a bit of a DP event on the weekend. The Irish Open's a go. It's going to do a thing. So, Kingi, do you want to take us through the Irish Open?
Yeah, I'll jump into Sim Wu's shoes. He was going to have a look at the K Club. So we're playing at Kildare Hotel and Golf Club course. So just outside of Dublin we are. This is the 3rd time that the K Club has hosted the Irish Open. McIlroy won it back in 2016. Vincent Norman, who we all know and love.
Greg's brother.
Yep, probably. So he won it in 2023. And this will be the 3rd iteration coming up. And they are going back again in 2027 as well. So keep an eye on it.
Eyes are on.
Course designed by Arnold Palmer. So I'll Arnie design, which is good. They actually hosted the Ryder Cup here in 2006 and the European Open from 95 to 2003. So it's had its fair share of hosting.
Pretty prestigious course. Yeah, okay.
Par 72, measuring 7,400 yards, which is
So it's quite
Longish.
longish.
I didn't
Big boy.
see any information in around how much density or thickness the rough has, but I'm assuming around 4 inches.
Medium.
Yeah.
Just medium
Just
size.
average size, yeah.
Yeah. Perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
And gets the job done. Fasty, who's playing? Is there any sort of blokes that sort of stand out to you that you think, fuck me, I didn't think you'd be at the Irish Open?
Yeah, there's a few. Obviously, all the Irish are heading home. So, Roeys, Lowry, even Padraig Harrington.
Padraig.
Off the seniors tour into the Irish. Brooks Koepka is making an appearance. Christian Behaden.
Behuden.
Maronk.
Who gives it a tongue?
He does.
Tyrrell is having a bit of a warm up for Ryder, and a couple of Aussies in the field. Micheluzzi,
Oh, Mika.
Smiley,
Elvis.
and
Oh, thank you very much.
a chap called Sam Bairstow, who must be Johnny's brother, and
Sammy.
that's my brother.
Yeah,
Hope he stays in his crease.
Just wait for over to be called, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a
hard.
bad field.
It's a
Won't be.
decent
It's
field.
a pretty good little field for a end of PGA season, not quite Ryder Cup, not quite warm up events. Like,
Interesting,
it's
like
pretty cool.
there's a lot of live lads in there.
Yeah.
Like Brooksy, that's interesting. Very interesting that Brooksy's playing. He was always, I'm a majors man. Like, why would I, play in matches that don't mean shit? Is there maybe whispers of his contract coming to an end and maybe looking at accumulating some
Take me back
points,
Baby, come
getting
back.
some of his OWGR points so that he can get onto.
onto the DP, which then gets him.
Well, maybe, yeah, or just some world points that might get him back into PGA Tour or something and help him out. But I'm pretty sure he'd still have some allowances for the majors, you'd imagine, wouldn't he, for a couple more
he
years?
still should have a few in the bank, but I think I think you're right. I've had my ear to the ground, and by that I mean social media. And I think once the contract's up, I don't think he's going to stay with Liv. I think he wants to become a company man again and roll back to PGAville.
Because some of the other guys, like Hatton, he's played a lot on the DP World Tour in between events and in between seasons and whatnot as well. So it doesn't come as such a surprise that he's playing. And obviously a few of the boys, like the Irish lads, you expect them to go back.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wouldn't mind being at the clubhouse after a round with all the Irish lads there, eh? Like just
Paddy Reed's there as well, which is interesting.
see him where's mate.
He's a bit of a slut for the DP World Tour, isn't he?
He is.
Mm.
A few points.
Might be a slut for the Guinness as well.
Could be indeed.
Fucking oath, me too, bruh. Sure thing with Adam King. I asked if there was a market, and you said, of course there is.
There is.
It sounds to me like you've got something brewing.
It's quite hectic. Rory's a favourite, betting favourite, $4.50 he's paying. Next best is Penge, coming in at $12. Tyrrell at 13. Lowry
Don't
at
mind that.
17. P. Reed at 26. Brooksy at 36. So a little bit of value there if you want to throw some money in and around.
If you like stroking, guys.
I did manage to get a little bit of value for the sure thing with Adam King. We are at the Irish Open at the K Club just outside of Dublin. I'll just give you a quick little look around. I've got 2 bets this week. Jumping back on the 2-bet wagon. I jumped on a created bet. Lowry and Marco Penge to finish top 5, including ties, at $16. Just a little Hail Mary, that one. A bit of value out there, why not?
What else you got for us?
Jump back into the top 20 multi. This is a good one.
Bread and butter
This
deal.
is a tight one. So I got Rory, Hatton, and Lowry paying $4.02. Power played up to $4.26. Some people might think that's a safe bet.
$4.
But $4, put 10 on, there's 42 back. You beauty. Sure thing with
Sure
Adam
thing
King.
with Adam King. I like that. Don't mind Lowry. I think Lowry's a bit of a show here. I'm going to put some shekels away on him. I like Lowry, and when you said Brooks, maybe a top 20, maybe you could sneak in, maybe with ties.
A top 20 would be worth a bit of value. Like if he's
I
paying
haven't seen a lot of
36
it,
for the
yeah.
win, like it'd have to be $4 or $5 for a top 20.
For a top 20, yeah, maybe just as a vibe bet.
Yeah. I do
Just to
like the
see.
Irish lads. I think Lowry's probably got a decent opportunity, but Rory didn't show us too much in the Tour Championship in the playoffs there. But he might be looking to fire up and zone in and get ready for the Ryder Cup as well. So hopefully
Could be a good run for him.
with the crowd behind him. You know, it's one that he's won before, and obviously it means a fair bit to him as well. So if he can't get up for this one, then it might show signs for Ryder Cup as well.
I like it a lot. Let us know who you're backing. Send us a message if you've got any little bets you want us to jump on. Anyone you like, Fasty? Anyone you've sort of gone, you know what, I'm going to put the mortgage on this fella this week.
I'd probably back Hatton for a top 10.
I like that.
Yeah, he's always in and around the mix. So.
You could probably get $2, $3. $2-3. You could double your money out of that, I reckon. Remember to gamble responsibly.
100 grand on it.
Yeah, easy. Just a
200% return, isn't it?
Just a lazy couple of gorillas on it. Who cares? Well, unless anyone has got anything else, we might wrap up the front and be back with the back nine and some good yarns right after this. Nothing. I pressed the wrong button. I'm going to press the right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the Preferred Lives podcast. You've joined us at the halfway point, which is the turn. It's brought to you by our friends at Crush Organics. Now, you've heard us ramble on for weeks at a time about the gummies and about the premium CBD oil, but they've got topical creams as well. I want to give them a shout out. Got some the other day, just managing of jump back into the training a little bit and getting a bit tight in the baby cows. A little bit tight in the knees, and been using the topical cream on the calves and the knees just for a bit of pain relief, and then throwing in a bit of the CBD oil just to help me get to sleep at night. And it's been working a treat. So jump on to crushorganics.com. We've got the link in the show notes to this episode. Use our code PLP, and you get 40% off your order. It's a pretty good deal.
It's a sensational deal.
It's
sorry, I forgot the L on my deal.
OD'd?
No, I haven't. I had a gummy before my round today, just a nice little cooler calmer, but I went straight from a massage to, I had like 8 minutes to warm up, so I was a little bit frazzled when I got there, but
So you needed that
I chewed it, just on the way, because I knew I was going to be fired up, and took 2 nice big deep breaths on the first tee, and pumped one 280 down, and then
down the guts.
Yeah, proceeded to almost hosel the next one into the trees, but it gave me a lucky little spit out. And
but you were calm the whole
That's
time.
right. That's right. I was calm as.
Check out too. I do get a lot of questions around. They're like, "Oh, is this stuff legal?" It's not. It doesn't have any THC. So THC, basically, that's the stuff that the hippies use to get hammered, and you get that sort of that euphoric effect, and you go a bit silly on it. It doesn't have any of that in there. There is a really good frequently asked questions on the Crush Organic side, just around the differences between CBD and THC, because there's a lot of letters getting thrown around and they can be a bit confusing. And I've been asked probably 3 or 4 times in the last fortnight around, is it legal?
Can you drive on it? Oh, yeah, it's just a calmer.
It's made from hemp, so you get basically all the calming, relaxing effects without getting the intoxicating effect of the THC. So all the relax, none of the fun. Just kidding. Look up crushorganics.com. It's good stuff. Jump on. Now, we are on the back nine, and we're going to start with Roeys Rugba Leege because we're in the final week here.
It's tight at the top.
And there's some action moving on. Like there were some pretty big games over the weekend. Roey texted me and congratulated my team, the Raiders, on winning the minor premiership. So a big shout out to Ricky's Raiders and a big shout out to Roey for saying, well done, mate. He's obviously got his finger on the pulse down at the nation's capital there. So big shout out to Roey for that. But we're in the last round of fantasy and tipping. So it's all going to come down to this.
How good.
Talk us through it, King Man.
Well, we're actually coming off another Joker round, a surprise Joker round, believe it or not, in the tipping. Simbu was kind enough to not let us know that was happening. I think that was a good tactic just because it made it a little bit more exciting coming into the final round.
Yeah, a bit of rhinovirus spreading to the tipping website too.
Yeah, exactly right. We have a tie at the top on 138 points. NB
Bullshit.
Sports Fan and the ERC both got 6 right for the 12 points.
Wow.
In Goldsby Raiders, he got 12 points as well. He's 3 points behind on 135, as he is Clifton Butch, who also got 6. 1 point behind them is Mitty Andy, so that's Mitty Boy, on 134, and on 1 point behind him on 133. If we scroll our way down right to the almost bottom, Reesy at 15th. You got 7. Well done. So did Pez and so did Sim Wu, who climbed the ladder a little bit there as well. So Fasty must have forgot that football's being played still, as did Crime Scene. So I think you've got second last place wrapped up, mate.
That's all right, as long as it's not last.
We're
all good.
You've come
You're
to peace,
off the
with
nudie
that.
run.
Yeah.
You're off the nudie run. We love that for you.
All right, so that's
Pretty much like anything can happen. There's a few blokes. There's a few teams that are resting this week. There's a few teams that don't really need to win. They're already sort of like either in the top 4 or they're already in the 8 or they're way out of contention and just might. But there's a few teams like I've got my eye this week. If you're a keen rugby league fan, Rabbitohs Roosters, the Book of Feuds could write another. There could be another chapter written in the Book of Feuds. If Rabbitohs come in and pump them, they could potentially miss the 8, the Roosters. And they've been playing really, really well these last probably 3 weeks. And like bitter rivals, the Rabbits and the Roosters, this could be like a big fuck you. And I guarantee the Rabbits will be treating this like their Super Bowl. Like it's going to be their big one to try and knock them out of the 8. So that could be an absolute ball terror. Another one I like, Thursday night, Melbourne and Broncos. Melbourne, of course, fucking up Craig Bellamy's 600th game last week. I can imagine those boys got fucking whipped this week. The Broncos are the top 4 spot on the line, so they're going to want to lock top 4 in, and I don't think Craig's going to like the fact they gave up 40 second half points to the Roosters. So I think that those two for me, I think they almost bookend the round. I think the Roosters Rabs is Sunday, and I think the Broncos Storms on Thursday. So great start, great finish. But anything could happen. It's all open.
It's the beauty of rugby league. That's why Rowie loves it so much.
That's what keeps him getting out of bed in the morning. Big Rowie.
Off to the Supercoach.
Hennessy, talk to us.
Cat Paragon's got the top spot kind of nailed down. He's got 308 points lead on Better Than Lego.
So a good captain's pick is needed from Better Than Lego this week. He needs someone, needs a good sort of 300-pointer from Turbo or something.
Stewie 81's only a couple, he's 400 points behind Cat Paragon up there as well. And probably everyone else is kind of out of the running, I'd believe. Canberra Killers in 4th is 700 points behind, and then we kind of stroll our way down. Still strolling. You're sitting in 10th at the moment, mate, which is pretty good.
Snuck into the 10 this week, back to the top 10.
You got a 1,200 point round. That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. I had 914, and I still managed to move up one as well, I think, over Designated Drinkers, whoever that guy is.
DD.
Magic Midi and Fasty Speedsters, second last again. Well done, mate. You got that. You got that wrapped up as well. Well done. Teabaggers of Whitefish is down the bottom there in 732. So be interesting to see what happens. The battle at the top. Can Caddy Paragon hold on?
Oh, I think so. I think he's been the standout all year.
Yeah, they've been juggling. Yeah, he only just put his schnoz ahead after last week, I think, and now he's kind of stretched it ahead a little bit. But they both had 1,600 points, 1,647 for Cat Paragon, 1,644 for Better Than Lego. So, they are streaming ahead.
There's a reason why they're at the top then, obviously.
Exactly right.
I thought I had a good week with 1,200.
Cheating. Yeah, good.
Dogs. Can't wait to give them their prizes, though. We've got some hats, and we've got hats. We've got some hats, and I even found a broad brimmer.
Oh, a rogue broad brimmer.
In the closet the other day. Yeah,
one of the originals.
So I've got an OG broad brimmer that I'm going to give out to the winner of either the tipping comp or the super coach. So, let us know if you had a good time, because we like hearing that you guys are enjoying yourselves with the shit we organise for you. So, big shout out to those blokes who are on top, and looking forward to next week when we announce the winners. All right, everyone's favourite, the Boonti Hunter and the Steamer of the week. We might start with the Steamers, I think, probably get them out of the way first of all. And I've got one that came up it got put in the group chat, in the content chat that us boys have here. Crocs have released golf shoes for summer 2026. Look, they look terrible, but I can't say I'm not going to buy a pair. Like, they've got the spikes on the bottom. You throw it into four-wheel drive, away you go.
It's 100% Steamer for me. Not a fan.
Steamer, yeah. Fussy, something.
Yeah, I'd be partial to buying a pair.
You would
I love
be.
a pair of Crocs.
Yeah, right.
On the golf course, though.
Just
Yeah,
slip.
you'd look like a bit of a knob, wouldn't you? In like,
Surely, like the pro shop will turn you away if you rock up in a pair of Crocs. I don't care if they've got little spikes on the bottom of them.
I reckon. I don't. Yeah, I reckon they would. They would. I reckon. But
Unless you're at the other golf club in Toowoomba.
I've seen some blokes roll around in like the Jesus sandals with the screws on the bottom. Doesn't JC love a Jesus sandal on the
He
golf course?
does. Yeah, he velcros up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Front
the
and
old
back.
reefers.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
reefs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Reefs.
And he does it. He'll put them on after a round in the car park and wear them into the clubhouse.
Angled up,
He does. He loves it.
socks on.
Oh no!
Sometimes?
Takes the
No,
socks off.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
lets
no,
the dogs breathe.
That's a dog's bark.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 50-50. I'm probably leaning more towards yes, but I don't know how you go. One of my favorite things about golf is actually like looking good.
Getting
You know,
dressed up.
yeah. You know, you look pretty fly for it, and then you roll it like you're rolling your nice shirt, your nice pants, you get your hat. Then you go and throw on your Crocs in 4-wheel drive. Like it'd be comfy. It'd be bloody comfy, and you get a bit of airflow through the side. But
She'd make a statement, that's for sure. But
don't know. I think he gets some comments. You'd probably get the shits with all the questions you get asked. So that's my steamer of the week anyway. Let us know. Crocs on the golf course, yay or nay. Might put up a poll. We might ask the question too on the website. But, anyway, do you boys have a steamer for this week?
I do, yes. We had Reese Walsh of Brisbane Broncos sampling the water out of his toilet bowl.
what the hell was he thinking, honestly? How does he think that's a good idea?
Good recovery, he reckons.
I mean, what you do in the privacy of your own home is up to you, but posting it on social media probably wasn't the best idea.
And it's fucking gross too. Like,
Have you seen Willie Mason and who's the other guy? Watching the TikToks of
Justin Horro.
Yeah,
On
my
the
God,
Levels
just like
podcast. Shannon Levels, yeah.
super cringe, but
That was,
hilarious. Like the video of just them watching this thing, like just fucking, what the fuck is this guy doing?
It's Lockie Ilias, who was the halfback before Kyle Flanagan came in for the Dragons. So, and watching this TikTok, if you haven't seen it, watch Willie Mason's reaction to it because he's genuinely like befuddled by this. Like, what the fuck happened then? Like, big shout out to Levels. I'm a big fan of Levels too.
I did see a little comparison. They were like football players back in the day, and it was like Balmain, it was Benny Elias just getting fucking coat hanged and cartwheeled backwards,
Blood.
and then it flashes to this guy doing some fucking shitty TikTok dance, and Willie Mason just looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing, mate?"
And what was even more embarrassing was that the Broncos felt they had to release a statement to clarify the video. So it says, Brisbane Broncos are aware of a video posted by Reese Walsh on social media platform. The club can clarify that Walsh is currently renovating his home and has installed a brand new toilet in the new bathroom, which remains unused.
How do they know it was that one though? Like you never know. Like it's just a poor attempt at humour. A bit of toilet humour gone wrong. Just absolute fuckery. Steamer of the week from you, King Ben.
Oh, this cramp that I've got in my hamstring right now. Fucking hell.
Oh dear. Oh no. We're a man down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stretch him out, Reesy.
Point the toes.
Thank you.
There we go. Steamer of the week if you can concentrate.
Yeah, just I don't have a steamer of the week, but if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
If you're not, jump on it because I'm actually getting my hamstring stretched out at the moment and it feels slightly better. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. We all good?
Oh, I think so.
It's like, have you seen that cricket player? He's a South African bloke, I think, and he goes down to play that sweep, and all you can hear is the
And his leg goes out dead straight.
ends up on his ass. Yeah.
Actually, I do have a steam of my betting form on the weekend was absolutely horrible.
no good.
I think I jagged one or two at the end just to bring it. The old sports bet account was
Back
getting
to net zero.
into single digits. I wasn't in the red, but I brought it back to 70 or 80, I think, with two lucky little wins at the end. But
Two good gets.
yeah, that might set us up for the good yarns that we've got coming
The
up.
good
But
yarns,
I couldn't pick anything. I was getting a lot of second places, and I had everything on the schnoz. But yeah, nothing was getting across the line until late.
Late little fight back. Well, we'll jump into the yarns. Do we have any Boonti Hunters first? We'd just like to get these ones out of the way. Probably mine, just on 18, I would have hit the crispest iron shot I reckon I've hit in like 12 months. We had maybe 155, 160, slightly into and off the left. And I'm like, look, I'm going to take a 7. I'm just going to bash this fucking thing as hard as I can. I'm going to work on this swing that me and Mitchy been working on. And I'm going to aim. I thought I'm going to aim at the left side of the green this time, like maybe even a touch outside. I'm going to kind of let the wind bring it back. Yep. Struck it and it jumped off the face. And I'm like, that was, you know, when you hit one, you go, fuck, that was crispy. Yep. And even the boys are like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And then again, the last sort of 10 metres of its descent, it just fucking threw the right indicator on and fucking parked itself up underneath those fucking pines under there. And I thought I'd be really clever and try a little bump and run up the hill under the...
Through the sand.
Yeah, having not ever done one of those, I thought, yeah, let's just see.
Yeah, you followed Mitty D. He was in the same place and put 1 to 3 foot. And you thought, oh, yeah, I can do that.
No, Sholly.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, Mitty wasn't playing. Yeah, it was Sholly. That's right.
It was a skull man. He comes out. He had a lob wedge. And he goes, I'm just going to play it off the back foot. And he just nipped this thing out. I had a lob wedge in a 7, but I had like a branch overhanging, so I couldn't really go up. So I had to go, and I'm like, I'll put this much weight on it. Proceeded to all the way through to the other side, and it didn't go my way. So that was me, the Boonti Hunter from under the trees after one of the best struck irons of my life. Do you boys have a Boonti Hunter?
Yeah, I do. From a couple of weeks ago, I was on the 5th hole, and well, it's kind of not Boonti because it ended up on the middle of the 4th.
Willoway.
And anyone that has been over in that situation, you've got 2 options because there's a bit of a gap towards the hole there.
You're telling me there's a chance.
And it's just so tempting. But normally you just chip out and, you know.
Take your meds, yeah.
And I decided that I'll take the 4-iron. I don't really like my 4-iron. I struggle with it sometimes. And I thought, fuck it.
Today's the day.
And again, an absolute fucking ball strike. Hit the piss out of it and ended up probably 20 metres out from the green.
Shit.
Chip on, 1 putt, birdie.
Oh.
That's how it's done. It's an easy game.
That's it.
That's a Boonti Hunter of the week.
So
it doesn't even matter if you're on the wrong fairway.
The 5th hole at TGC, just hit it on the 4th.
Go straight down that line. I've done that a few times, only I haven't settled it up 20 metres from the green. I've hit a tree and gone like back and up on the green on the 4th. And
Risk reward.
Yeah, you got to speculate to accumulate.
That's it.
Kingman, Boonti Hunter from you, sir.
Yeah, I actually blocked this one out with good reason, and I just remembered why I blocked it out. I was coming off a shitty bogey on 15A, which is the temporary par 3. Just a little fan off to the right. Anyway, that's not what the story is. The story's about 15B. I get up on top and I think I'm going to play it smart. Need to get another birdie back on here, get my round back on track. I think I'll take, so we're downwind. So wind off the left shoulder, which is fantastic for me. Usually I can probably drive the green with that, but I thought, no, bring the 3-iron out, punch one down the middle. That'll leave me a good 60 or 70 metres in.
Good little wedge in.
Good little, easy little nippy wedge to a yellow pin, something that I could stop. Because that 50, 60 metre shot been pretty good for me today. So that's perfect plan. Let's get up there and execute it. Got a little bit quick and yanked the motherfucker a little bit left. Was beelining for the bamboo. Ball disappeared. Excellent. Into the fucking panda food. No worries. So internally seething, as you can expect, after a shitty bogey. And I thought, this round's just gone to shit now. Made my way down there and there's a couple of old bamboo trees, branches that had been...
Stalks, maybe?
Well, stalks, yeah, whatever they are.
What is the term?
Stems.
Stems?
Yeah. So they're lying down in front of the actual bamboo. They'd been broken off and someone had just dumped them there. Anyway, my ball's in the middle of them. Fucking you beauty. That's, I've got a clear shot. I've just got to...
I can do this.
Manufacture a way to move these bamboo fucking stalks or stems without shoots. There you go, bamboo shoots. 8 foot fucking shoots without moving my ball. And I thought, yep, no worries, I can do that. And managed to, because the ball was on the ground, no worries, got it up, moved it out. Perfect, excellent. Had that big gum tree on the left-hand side there that I had to get underneath. I only had 100 metres in, no worries. I put a little back foot pitching wedge on. You beauty, this is going to turn me around, no worries at all. Proceed to knife the absolute living fuck out of this thing off the back of the green, about 40 metres past it, or not, maybe 4 or 5 metres past it. Throw a nice little nippy wedge that spun for the first time all day and pulled it up 8 foot short, missed the 8-footer and ended up with a fucking bogey anyway. Yeah.
Oh dear. Just a nice little back foot, P-wedge, just fucking.
You should have seen this thing. It took out like 4 worms, I think, on its way to the front of the green, where I was like,
Decapitated a few.
Sit, fuck.
It's not doing the sit, you fuck. Yuck.
Yeah, so that's the karma. I thought the golf gods were looking after me by having those little bamboo shoots sitting in front, and just
Fuck you.
just turned out they were there to fuck me over again.
They did it on purpose. All right. Let's jump into some yarn from the weekend. We've got a few to spin. Before I do, just want to give a shout out to Big Pez, Georgie boy. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, old fella. He is the most unhappy looking bloke on Snapchat you'll ever see. He'll be like, I just won the lotto, frown. Like, mate, smile a bit more, mate, all right? It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you had a ripper day. Told him I hope he gets a few beers and a rusty trombone in. And he goes, what's a rusty trombone? I said, don't Google it on a work computer. So I hope you have, Georgie, by now. And you know what that is. I hope you had a ripper day, mate. Also, just want to give a shout out to Zach Kelly, and the Parks Open is on. If you'd like to get down there and you want to register, jump on to Zach Kelly Golf. Shout outs while I'm wearing the hat to remind myself. Jump on if you feel like going for a road trip and jumping in. Spots are limited, so call Zach and get your name in the race. All right, speaking of races, had the race day, had the punting. I just want to give a quick shout to Mitty, probably the most conflicted a man's ever been. He had a $2 coin and he's gone, I'm going to back Bubba Tilly in every single race tonight. There was 8 races.
Bubba Tilly being a jockey for those that aren't.
Yeah, sorry. Yep. So we're at Clifford Park and
in Toowoomba, he's just wrapped up the premiership, jockey premiership for the season.
And he's looking good, and like he's been on the Arthur Blokes potty that Mitch is a big fan of. I actually listened to that Bubba Tilly one, and he told a few good yarns about Toowoomba, like not being from the area, but just of his trips to Toowoomba. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to jump on the Bubba Tilly wagon too. I'm going to race 7, and he's 6 for 6. And Mitchie's $2 bet had a potential of paying $1,600, and he could have cashed out at
he had bets from 2 to 6.
Oh, 2 to 6 it was. Yeah.
So he had 5 on the trot, and it was
5
coming
in a
into
row.
the 6th one.
Yeah. And he could cash out at like 250 or 200.
210 or something it was, yeah.
Or if he lets it ride, he's got the potential to jack it up to 1,600. And to his credit, like that was all the chat was, do I let it ride? Do I take it? Like it's only $2. It's only $2. And that was what spurred him on to let it ride. Proceeded to run second and then wins the last.
By nose, yeah. And then won the last.
Oh, so big commiserations, but way to have some nuts about you, Mitty, and let that ride, because $200 from 2 is pretty good, and he had the potential to go big time, and he missed it by a horse's nose, quite literally. So big shout out to Mitty D. I was on fire. I put on 12 total bets and won 11 of them. Not anything big. I was just sort of
accumulating, weren't you?
$5 there, $7 there, $10 here. And the only one I lost was that same race because I backed that Bubba Tilly horse, but I put it on each way. So I think I got a little $3 or $4 for the place, but I didn't count that as a win. But I had a good little night. Ended up with just over 200 in the kitty that I proceeded to take out and blow very quickly down at a drinking establishment on some choice drinks. We thought it'd be a really good idea. Well, I thought it'd be a good idea. I saw someone with espresso martinis, and I'm like, we're all suited up. We're all looking pretty good. I'm going to go get some of them for the boys. Like, how good's this? So loaded up. Little did I know they were poured from a tap. They were not fresh made. I managed to get the first sip out of the side, but they had like the chalky
powder on
dust or whatever. Yeah. Had a little sip of it. I'm going, this is fucking A grade. And the boys are like, this is dog shit. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this is the best thing I've ever tried. And then I got through the chalky dust and I'm like,
Yeah, Mucho, not so good.
it was worse when I realised they were $25 a hit too. They stung me. So the 200 and something I won from the race day lasted about 2 shouts on espresso martinis, which was awesome. What were your highlights from the afters, mate? Can you remember much?
Yeah, no, it was a fat time. I actually had a dance. You and I had a little boogie down the bottom there.
driving.
Yeah, the girls were there. We had so we met up with your wife. She was part of the race day as well, so she's always keen for a dance. But Jess was out with a girlfriend as well, Sammy, and we all had a bit of a dance down there on the dance floor and bumped into some people and some young
That's
folk.
just random dances with young blokes and young cheerleaders.
Yeah, just random people that you wouldn't otherwise see unless you're out and about at fucking Fibbers at 3 a.m. Yeah.
I was all suited up, and one of the boys from our crew, Putt had sunglasses still in his head because he obviously wanted the race day. So I've grabbed him, and for those who are listening and not watching, I don't have much hair on top. And I was rolling a pretty well trimmed beard and looked a bit like Pitbull. If you know who Pitbull is, he's Mr. Worldwide. I'm trying to think of a song that he sings that I can't think of one off the top of my head.
He just yells his own name in it every
Yeah,
time.
Mr. Worldwide. Yeah.
Uno, dos,
Fireball. So anyhow, I'm dancing around being
I
fucking
don't think he does Fireball, does he? Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, does he? Right, okay.
Fireball. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm on the dance floor and I'm looking like fucking Pitbull, and I got a few comments like, "Oh, it's Pitbull." And this dude comes up to me, this young fella, and he got real close, and he was trying to talk to me, and I'm like, I've had a lot to drink, I'm well hydrated. I said, I can't hear you. Like, I don't know what you're saying. He pulls out his phone. Him and his mates are playing bingo, and there were some little random ones on here like buy a girl a drink, have a dance with a MILF was one that I saw. I was like, this fella needed one more. And the one that it was rubber bald guy's head. So he's grabbed his phone, he zoomed in, he's like this, and then he pointed at my head, and I went, go for it. And his mates come over and they're high focused. That mean he won. He won it. He won bingo. So he was off cheering, having a beer, and he came up to me later, he bought me a beer. I said, I can't drink a beer. I can't talk with my... So he ended up drinking my beer for me. But yeah, big shout out to that random guy for winning pub bingo, which is a great idea for a night out, by the way.
Not that we needed any further encouragement, I don't think.
I think we are.
I had another little highlight. Me and Freemo had a little win on the Slappy Boys. Yeah, on the Bricky's laptop. We were in there and got a couple of features.
Pineapple juice.
Yeah. Doubled our money, doubled our fun.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I was pretty silly. I made a commitment to drive to Brisbane the next day. The hangover was not as good as the night that was. May have made an appointment with Uncle Herb and tried to find him on the toilet in the morning. Went searching for Herb. Where are you, Uncle Herb? So that was no fun. And then I had to drive the vehicle down to a train station, sit on a train for 40 minutes into Milton, and then we got to watch the Titans and the Dolphins and my young fella. So big shout out to Archie. That was his Chrissy present, I think, and he really wanted to go to a game, and that was the game he picked. So
I'm glad you're in a hectic state for that as well.
yeah. So we're driving home. It gets better. So I ended up I usually don't mind a beer at the footy, and I couldn't stomach a beer. I was still pretty wounded at this point. Ended up having a coffee at halftime. That's how wounded I was. I'm like, I'm going to need something to keep me awake. Like, I'm struggle street. We're driving home, and we're on the train. The train's a scary place, going from Darra to Redbank on a Sunday at late. There's some dudes that are out. It was kind of okay because we were surrounded by other sort of football goers, but you wouldn't want to be. There was Archie had his eyes wide open for a bit there. Anyway, we hopped off, started driving home. I said, mate, are you hungry? Like, do you want something? He goes, we had a bit at the footy. I'm not real hungry. Maybe some nugs or something. I'm like, that's a great idea. Maybe we'll go like 6 pack of nugs each, and that'll do us on the way home. So we stopped in at Hungry Jack's, and we got our nugs, and they made us wait for them, of course. They never have any fucking nuggets at that. The one that's next to the Sundowner there. Cruising home, get about 10, 15 down the road, and I've got my sauce out, and how good's this? And hit a bump with me sweet and sour.
Oh,
and
no.
just like, Yeah. All in my hands, on the wheel, on my fucking legs. I'm driving. I'm like, all I could think of was like, fucking, you'll be right. It's only another 40 minutes, 30 minutes. You'll be fine. And every time I grip the wheel, they got that sticky. I was like, fuck.
Sweet and sour
So I had to
stick.
pull over. Thank goodness we're in the wife's car who had baby wipes in the center console there. So jumped over, had to wash that off. Went to a fucking a fuel bowser with jugs of water and had to fucking clean myself. Had to take these pants off, put new pants. It was a fucking kerfuffle. It was a horrible way to end a hangover. Absolutely fucking awful. Do not recommend. But we had a good time at the footy anyway. So, how was yours hangover? Did you fucking
I had some.
grin and bear it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. I had to get up pretty early to help Jimmy get ready for football. He was getting picked up at 6 a.m, so that was a bit rough. But big shout out to Emma Bowdler for picking him up, taking him down, and bringing him back. So once he was gone, I went back to bed after a Barocca and 3 litres of water and woke up somewhat okay.
Pissed yourself?
Yeah,
Like highlighter.
I did have to get up again, yeah. And then got some Mackie D's into me, had a double quarter pounder meal, and then we just kind of chilled. I had a little nap in the afternoon. It was great. I definitely wasn't driving anywhere to go.
Went
watch
operating a motor
football.
vehicle.
No.
100 k's away. How'd your weekend, Fasty? Have you got any yarns to spin for us? You said you had something for us.
Yeah, we had a 30th on Saturday night, but we had to take Bub and she cracked it. So that was an early finish for us.
Pulled the pin.
Bit of rum on her teeth. I would have set her up.
Weren't too disappointed given the weather in Toowoomba on.
Oh yeah,
Saturday
she was
night.
cold and windy.
Yeah, we were on at Blue Mountain Hotel, probably the windiest place.
There's no wind breaks at the Blue Mountain. She's all just fucking full gust. Yeah,
So,
right.
so that was Saturday night. But Sunday afternoon, I received a call from the father-in-law, who was
Ronnie,
Ronnie,
the man.
out on the on a few on the sauce.
That's unlike him.
Bizarre.
Love you, Ronnie.
And
He's just practicing. He always, I say he always told me. He's
training.
only ever told me once. Yeah, he's just training just in case.
just you never know when you might need to perform. And he go, Adam, the TAB is not working. We need to put this bet on. I said, righto. What do you want? He said, you just put it on your phone. I'll give you the $200. I'll go. Righto, what do you want to put on? Broncos to win, grand final, and Brisbane Lions to win, grand final,
the twin.
as a multi.
Paying?
Paying $54.
Oh, he put 200.
So we've got 200 on Lions and Broncos to win,
The Brizzy
Grand final.
double.
respectively. And he doesn't know this, but he will now when he listens to this. There was a power play in there. So he thinks he's getting 10.5 grand, but if there's, it might be 12.
Spotter's fee, though.
And I might take a bit of commission.
Spotter's fee's the power play, right?
It was your
Surely.
power play, so yeah, that's only fair.
So, but what the
Not a bad
concerning
bet.
thing was that they couldn't work the TAB, and he was with the bloke that owns the pub.
Wow, so they
Maybe he was just trying to save him $200. I think that might have been.
They were
more to the point.
really deep in practice. Maybe they were at the end of practice. They were just they're warming down. They were, yeah, yikes. Tell us about your hangover stories. I want to feel a little bit better about myself. So if you've got a mad yarn about a hangover, I want to give a shout out to Mick Collins from one of the all-time chats at PLP2 who gave the land-based mammal a bit of a mouthful. He's like, mate, you acting like you're the first bloke to ever be fucking hungover, and then sculled a can, and I was like, yes, Mick. And then, then proceeded to maybe yak it up. Big shout out to him. He's good. He's a bloody good human. Does anyone have anything else before we wrap up tonight? I think we've expended our allocation pretty well tonight.
Yeah, I think that was good yarns.
Good yarns. Well, get in touch with us, preferredliesgolf.com. We want to hear from you. We want to hear some stories in between this sort of Ryder Cup / end of season patch, and we love hearing some, even if it's just a random yarn or if you've been playing or whatever you've been doing, we want to hear from you. So send us an email or jump on the socials and send us a DM. And always remember, if we can't get out of it, get into it, and don't put sugar in your coffee.
Using man-sized gloves, but hit the ball 2 miles like it's going out of style. My hat's off to y'all. Thanks a lot.